Hey guys, for this video today, I'm going to be talking about a rumor that the San Diego Padres may just be going back to brown and yellow gold in time for 2020. And I have really wanted to see the San Diego Padres go back to their old brown and gold and yellow color scheme for years. Ever since I started following Major League Baseball uniforms consistently a few years ago, to be honest, there has not been a single team that I have wanted to see finally change their uniforms more than the San Diego Padres. There has not been any other team in Major League Baseball that I have wanted to see change their uniforms more than the Padres since I started following baseball uniforms more consistently a few years ago. And in this video today, I'm going to share my thoughts on this rumor that they might be going back to brown and gold and yellow in time for next year in 2020. And not only that, I just want to give a heads up to all of you viewers out there who may be watching this video that as of right now, this is nothing more than speculation. So for this video, I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts on speculation. And this isn't actual fact as far as I know as of yet. So I'm just talking about the rumors at this point. And on top of that, there will be some ranting from yours truly throughout this video because the San Diego Padres, in my personal opinion, are the biggest MLB uniform conundrum going as of 2019. In my opinion, they have they've been the biggest head scratcher for me since I started to follow Major League Baseball more consistently, and especially the uniforms more consistently when it comes to their uniforms. I mean, with San Diego, I'm not a fan of what they've done to their uniforms for close to 20 years now, for basically the past 2 decades. I have not been, when I look back at their older uniforms throughout the 2000s and stuff, I just do not like what I have seen. And I really do hope that this rumor is going to actually become reality next year in 2020. And by the way, this will coincide, if this is true, with Nike's takeover of the Major League Baseball uniform contract from Majestic, who will be doing their final year as the Major League Baseball uniform provider and manufacturer this year. So this is it for Majestic in 2019. This is their final year in Major League Baseball. After this, they are out and Nike will be in 2020. I also made a video about that recently. And I don't think that Nike's going to do a lot of radical changes to the uniforms. I mean, something I didn't mention in that video is that I really do hope that the Nike logo is not going to be on the chest. Hopefully it's going to just be on the arms where the Majestic logos, for the most part, I'm pretty sure have been. Hopefully there will be no logos on the chest from Nike. Hopefully their checkmark logo will just be on the arms of the uniforms and maybe somewhere on the pants, and that's it. But anyways, back to the Padres. So according to the rumor mill, supposedly, I believe it's not just management of the Padres that have been really hearing the fans, but I believe I've heard that the owner is considering going back to brown and gold full-time in 2020. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. But I know one thing, there are a lot of baseball fans and a lot of Padre fans that really want to see this happen from what I know. And by the way, for the record, I'm one of those people that really want to see the Padres switch to brown and gold full-time again. And the thing is that it sounds like the ownership and the entire Padres organization may finally end up listening and making this happen. And if they do, let me tell you, folks, I am going to be one happy camper. And my reasoning for this is because I actually think the brown and golden yellow is a very nice color scheme. I actually feel that those colors go together really well. And speaking of brown and golden yellow, one other team that has proven that it's a really nice color combo is the Boston Bruins, who not only had that really nice jersey for this past Winter Classic, but they actually wore it again yesterday against the Montreal Canadiens for their home game yesterday. So I thought that was fantastic. And, you know, that uniform once again proves to me that the brown and gold really go together beautifully. It's a great color scheme. And the thing with the Padres is that it would give them a color scheme that is totally unique to baseball, in baseball. Not only that, they would be the only team, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, in North American professional sports out of the big four leagues, and I consider Major League Soccer big league. So I would tell you the big five. A lot of people would probably feel that it's just the big four and disagree with me. If you do, no problem, I understand. But out of the five major leagues, in my opinion, when you look at the National Hockey League, you look at the NBA, you look at the NFL, and you look at Major League Soccer, and of course Major League Baseball, the Padres would be the only team, as far as I know, that would be wearing brown and gold as their colors. I mean, yes, they would not be the only team in professional sports wearing brown in North America because, of course, remember the Cleveland Browns, they wear brown and orange, eh? It's in their name, for Christ's sake. But anyway, the Padres would be the only team in Major League Baseball that would have brown as their main color. And the brown and gold color scheme is so unique. And for me, what bothers me about the Padres is that they've insisted for years on being white and navy blue. And yes, I do agree with people that the navy blue and orange uniforms where the white jersey had the navy blue pinstripes on it was a good uniform. I agree. I agree with people that those 90s uniforms were really, really quite decent. However, as much as I feel that they are decent, once again, they were yet another Major League Baseball team with blue in their color scheme. And those uniforms were good. Don't get me wrong. I agree with anybody who says they are good. But for me, I feel that the Padres should just go back to brown and gold. Because for me, I think, in my opinion, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks this, but I think we are long overdue to finally see one Major League Baseball team step out of this big, massive group of teams that have blue in their color scheme or have a navy blue uniform or royal blue. In my personal opinion, I am really getting sick and tired of so many Major League Baseball teams having royal blue or navy blue. And to even just see the Padres finally switch back to brown and gold and yellow, in my opinion, would be a huge improvement. And I think it would be so cool to finally see the Padres not only go back to that color scheme, but to be one team that breaks away from this big, giant group of Major League Baseball teams that have either red or navy blue or royal blue or two of those colors together. It's about damn time, in my opinion. I don't expect you all to agree with me. I mean, their current navy blue uniform, which I think it's still current, where it's navy blue with the white along the center of the chest, and then the interlocking SD logo on the left-hand side of the chest. I mean, it's a very clean uniform, and I can't remember if it's still their current navy blue uniform or not. If I am wrong, please correct me. I would appreciate it. But the thing is that, yeah, the navy blue is clean, and actually, I'm going to quickly go and see what their current uniforms are as of this video, because I would be very curious to know. And when it comes to the Padres, though, I mean, their uniforms are just really, really boring, in my opinion. And I really do hope that they are going to go back to brown and gold. I think it's a great color scheme. So yeah, it is still their navy blue alternate. And they do have a couple of camo uniforms as alternates for military appreciation nights. And the thing that I like about the Padres is that I believe they were the very first team to ever come up with a special camouflage uniform. So if they want to keep that into the future, I would be totally okay with that. I think it's a wonderful idea that they do that once in a while. I think it's great. But still, the Padres are just another team that wears white and blue and some type of blue. And I really do hope that this is the final season that the Padres are going to be wearing navy blue or blue and white. I really do hope that this is going to be the final year. I mean, in the past couple of 2 or 3 years, I know that the Padres have brought in a full-time brown and gold alternate. And you know what? I think it's terrific. But I also actually, in my opinion, I believe that it actually has been a test of the waters to see how the fans respond to a full-time brown and gold uniform. And from what I've heard, the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. Overwhelmingly positive. And that's really, really good. But anyway, I'm just looking at the amount of teams here in Major League Baseball that wear some type of red or blue uniform. So number 1, off the top of my head, there's the Diamondbacks. So I'm talking about teams that either have a blue jersey or a red jersey. So Arizona, the Chicago Cubs, the Minnesota Twins. I know that the St. Louis Cardinals are getting a full-time powder blue away jersey or alternate uniform this year, which is cool. But they do have a red jersey, as far as I know. So there's Arizona, Chicago, Minnesota, the Cardinals, of course the Red Sox, Houston, the Astros as well, the Mets, and I'm talking about teams that have some type of blue uniform or a red uniform, in case anybody's wondering. Then there's Tampa Bay. Then there's the Cincinnati Reds, of course. Then there's the Cleveland Indians and the Kansas City Royals. I know that the Yankees only wear white, their classic white pinstripes and their gray uniform. I know that, so I'm not going to really throw the Yankees into this list. So then, of course, the Texas Rangers, the Angels. The Dodgers do wear just white and gray throughout the season, unless they wear, I believe, a Brooklyn Dodgers throwback. I've seen that a few times over the years. It's powder blue, but that's not their actual uniform. It's just a throwback. The Dodgers, actually, their spring training uniform jersey is a royal blue version of that matches a royal blue jersey that matches their white home jersey. I mean, I wish the Dodgers would wear that a few times a year during the regular season. I know some people would disagree with me on that, I'm sure, because I know how traditional the Dodgers have been and how much their tradition is respected in baseball with their uniforms. I mean, their white and gray uniforms are absolute classics, and so they should be. I mean, I think that for like even 3 to 5 games a year, I'd love to see them wear their royal blue jersey that matches their white home a few times a year. I think that'd be great. But then the Miami Marlins, even with their new uniforms, they've got a blue jersey. I know that. The Atlanta Braves, of course. The Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, it's in their name, for crying out loud. The Phillies. Of course, the Padres. The Mariners. And the Washington Nationals. So basically, when I look at the teams that have either a red or a blue jersey, in Milwaukee as well, I've counted at least 11 teams. And maybe I'll count that list again. So Milwaukee, Arizona, Chicago, Minnesota, St. Louis, Boston, Houston, the Mets, the Rays, the Reds, the Indians, the Royals, the Rangers, the Angels, Marlins, Braves, Blue Jays, Phillies, Padres, Mariners. So I just counted 21 teams that have at least a red or some type of blue, royal blue or navy blue jersey. I didn't include the Dodgers or the Yankees on that list only because they don't wear a blue jersey during the regular season. So I kept them out of that list. But for the rest of those teams, that's the majority of the league that has either a red or a royal/navy blue jersey. That's just too many. So the fact that the San Diego Padres are possibly going to chocolate brown and golden yellow in 2020 really has me excited, because I think that baseball, in my opinion, could use a little bit more variety in terms of their uniforms and their 30 franchises' different color schemes, or their color schemes. Because not all of them are different. A lot of them are very similar or the same. But yeah, so in my opinion, if this rumor is true, I am absolutely ecstatic. It is about damn time. It is about damn time. You know what? To even just see one of these, like 21 teams, I think that I just counted out, finally not have red or blue in their color scheme at all would be terrific. I mean, you know, I don't expect every single Major League Baseball team to have a unique color scheme. But you know what? To see the Padres finally step out of this club of red and blue uniforms would be a total breath of fresh air. And by switching to brown full-time, we'd finally have another team in Major League Baseball with a uniform that is truly unique in color. Like, in my opinion, this has to happen. It's long overdue. It's long overdue. And you know what? I would love to see it. I hope I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but I hope that my opinion and a lot of people's opinions on the Padres belonging in brown and gold is the majority opinion. Because I understand that the Padres, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, I know there's a lot of history wearing blue. But the thing is, the brown and gold is truly unique. And I would just absolutely love to see this happen. So, but yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Padres, it's so annoying seeing them constantly just being navy blue and white. I mean, there was a few years ago that they hosted an all-star game, and during that one year, Jesus, they had a nice white uniform, a white jersey that had the striping along the center of the chest, where it was navy blue and gold. And then a year later, they got rid of it. And it's just like, why is it already gone? Like, are you serious? And by the way, I did say that earlier about how they've had a lot of history over the years wearing blue. That I was thinking about them dating back to the days where there was a San Diego Padres team in the Pacific Coast League back in like the 1930s. So, yeah, and they've been around, I believe, all the way through until they. And then I believe what happened, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a whole lot about baseball history, by the way. I just out of respect, I just want to be open and honest about that. But I believe that minor league team, the Padres, joined Major League Baseball. That was the team that was the Padres in 1969. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, you know, it's... You know... the Padres are the biggest head scratcher, in my opinion, in Major League Baseball when it comes to their uniforms and color scheme. I mean, in 2016, when they hosted the All-Star Game, they brought in a blue and yellow color scheme with their main white jersey being, you know, having the interlocking SD for San Diego as the logo on their left side of the chest with the blue and gold, or blue and yellow. And then the next year, they changed again. And now they have their current look. But judging from the fact that they did bring in a full-time brown and yellow, a new brown and yellow uniform as a full-time alternate, I believe that that has been not only a test of the waters for a possible full-time switch, but I believe that it was so well received that it's probably going to be what they revert to full-time next year. And if that's the case, I am ecstatic. So let's hope that this rumor is going to become reality, because I cannot think of another team in Major League Baseball that needs to change their color scheme and uniforms more than the San Diego Padres. Okay, maybe the Diamondbacks too, but if I had to pick between the two, I'd rather see the Padres go back to brown and yellow over the Diamondbacks changing their uniforms next year. If I had to pick between the two, I would pick the Padres to change. That's how much I want the Padres back in brown and yellow gold. And let me tell you, I hope it happens. But with that, you guys, I'm going to call it a wrap on this video. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. And let me know what you guys think. I'd be curious to hear from you guys on what you guys think and how you feel about the San Diego Padres uniforms. And with that, you guys, I'm going to call this a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this once again. And with that, as usual, take care. And of course, as always, you guys, bye for now.